everybody, what is up? It is Berlin. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, bless Reg. He's still over there kind of limping a bit. He's been to the vet recently. He's pulled one of the muscles in his back leg. And that was fighting out in the garden. But anyway, you're not here for that. You're here because you want to get into some more drama probably. And so do I. I've actually got a bit more drama to talk about with Mikayla, the TikToker, Mikayla Nogueira, and also Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill and Mikayla. Now, the reason why I want to talk about these two is because they have this kind of like alliance going on that I've been sort of quietly observing for a little while now, and it's been kind of funny to watch. You know, it's very, you know, Mikayla has Jaclyn's back and Jaclyn has Mikayla's back. So the first kind of instance of this that we really knew of as an audience was back in summer 2021 when Jaclyn Hill, Jaclyn Cosmetics, released their summer collection that was a liquid highlighter, a sort of powder cream highlighter, a lip oil, and 5 shades, yep, just 5 shades of cream bronzer. Now, Jaclyn was widely criticised for these shades of bronzer not being inclusive enough, not being good enough at all. And who goes onto TikTok, of course, promoting these products, hyping them up, saying how wonderful they are, but Mikayla, of course, Mikayla does. And of course, Mikayla wasn't the only person that I saw reviewing these products and kind of hyping them up. I saw other influencers, smaller influencers, kind of, you know, making YouTube videos and such too. But in all the YouTube videos and things that I saw, I was seeing people criticize the bronzers for their shade range, for the quality of the product. But Mikayla on TikTok, no. Oh, this bronzer's wonderful. Really went in saying how much she loved the bronzer. And then Mikayla's fans on TikTok started to criticize her for, you know, not saying anything about the piss poor shade range of these 5 cream bronzers. You know, no choice in undertones, not really much choice for people with deep skin tones at all. So it's like Jaclyn Hill is basically making makeup for white people half the time, you know, making makeup that she would use, that her mum would use. She's making makeup that a lot of white people would use and not POC. And Jaclyn has been widely criticised for that. So it's nothing new, but Mikayla actually, when she was hyping up these bronzers, of course, fans of hers went on her TikTok saying, hey, are you going to say anything about the piss poor shade range? Are you going to, you know, make people aware of that at all? Are you going to bring that up at all? Are you going to talk about it? And Mikayla didn't on TikTok. So what actually happened was Mikayla went over on her IGTV that she'd done about the same summer collection, and she put up a comment underneath that IGTV review as her apology, which I've got here. So I'm going to put that on the screen up here. You guys can pause to read it if you want, but I'll pop it up on the screen here. So this was one thing that really baffled me because, for a start, you're Mikayla, your biggest platform is TikTok. People were calling you out for, you know, not saying that the shade range is diabolical with these bronzers. You know, people were calling Mikayla out for that on TikTok so much. But her apology went in under her IGTV video that was a positive review of the products. So I was like, that looks a little bit calculated. So that was the first kind of thing that I really noticed about Mikayla, and I thought, okay, she's not dumb. She's trying to sort of play people here, because to put that apology in as a comment under the IGTV, I was like, no, that's not good enough. You know, that's not a video apology. That's not, you know, nothing to really show that you're aware that this is a bad shade range. And then Mikayla made a further kind of statement in her apology saying, oh, but I used to work at Ulta and I know how hard it is for POC to find makeup. Well, if that's the case, if you know how hard it is for POC to find the correct shade of makeup, why didn't you say anything when the collection came out with just 5 shades of cream bronzer? If you're aware of it, why didn't you say anything and let your fans know that you are aware of it? You know, in this day and age, people want to look at beauty gurus and people with makeup brands as being inclusive. And if you're not inclusive, you get torn apart. You know, but rightly so, because you're only thinking of white people, you know, so rightly so that you do get torn apart. Prior to making her apology in this little IGTV video, the caption underneath that was where Mikayla put the apology. Prior to making that apology, Mikayla had defended Jaclyn Cosmetics' poor bronzer range. She defended it saying, oh well, it's okay, Jaclyn Cosmetics are a small brand, they're a new brand, they're an independent brand, they're learning. Mikayla gave it all these excuses. So at first I was like, okay, so Jaclyn Cosmetics are an indie brand, are they? No. No, they're not. Jaclyn Cosmetics, as we all know, is backed by former brands, which owns Morphe. So Jaclyn has investors. Her brand is backed by them. There's nothing wrong with that, but the fact that Mikayla tried to pass it off as saying, oh well, they're an independent brand, that's why they couldn't do a big shade range. When you've got other independent brands out here in the game, like CXC Beauty, who are doing amazing things and doing like 35 shades of bronzer. So if one indie brand can do that, but Jaclyn, who's backed by Former and Morphe, couldn't do that, little bit suspicious. Little bit suspicious, that one. So for me, this caught my attention back in the day because it was Mikayla defending Jaclyn. Now, more recently, we've had Jaclyn defending Mikayla because Dustin Daly recently tweeted about this where Mikayla was, you know, not coming forward, not like saying anything about the crap shade range of these bronzers and about how Mikayla got bashed at the time. Dustin was talking about that and saying about how Mikayla always really hypes up Jaclyn products and everything like this because she does. Jaclyn clapped back. Jaclyn clapped back by saying, oh, Mikayla doesn't always have positive things to say about all my products. Trying to say that Mikayla is unbiased about Jaclyn products, Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's only been the most recent review of Jaclyn Cosmetics, and you guys can go check this on Mikayla's TikTok. It's only been the most recent review that she's done of Jaclyn Cosmetics, where she hasn't been all, wow, everything's positive and lovely. Now, recently as well, Mikayla reviewed the Wet n Wild Care Bears collection, and there's a little bit of drama with that as well because Mikayla was like, wow, this is amazing, the eyeshadow is amazing. But was it, or was she lying to us? Now, Mikayla reviewed this palette, the eyeshadow palette that was in the collection. She said it was wonderful, right? But then you go and watch other reviews of the palette by other beauty gurus and things, and they tell you, no, actually the eyeshadow is not up to par. It's not normal Wet n Wild quality. It's not good enough. But Mikayla is on TikTok, oh wow, this is wonderful, really trying to sell it. So I'm like, this is absolutely what we saw happen on YouTube when you had influencers lying to you, lying to your face to try and get you to buy a beauty product that might not be up to scratch because they got paid to say it's good or because they don't want to fall out with the brand so that they can stay on the PR list. Isn't that just like 2016, 2018 beauty guru behavior? It absolutely is. It absolutely is, you know. If a product is shit, if the shade range is shit, say so. Don't, you know, hide behind, oh, well, it's Jaclyn Cosmetics and they're a small brand and I want to stay on PR. So surely if you've put up, you know, a review of something on your biggest platform, which is TikTok, and people call you out on TikTok, would you not put up your apology on TikTok also? It seems a little bit deceptive to me. And speaking of deceptive with Mikayla, also if you go to Mikayla's IG or Mikayla's TikTok, click on a link tree there that she's got. You will see that she's got lots and lots of affiliate links in this link tree, but she's not actually disclosing that they're affiliate links. She's not actually disclosing that she's making a commission from all of these products that she's affiliated with. All of these brands that she's affiliated with, she's not actually disclosing any of it. So that's a little bit misleading for people if they don't know, if they're not aware that influencers make money by being associated with brands and products. I mean, a lot of people probably do in this day and age, but it doesn't state it. And what I actually found out is that that is actually against FTC guidelines to not state it. If you're putting up links that are affiliate links, then that is actually against the law. If you're putting up affiliate links but you're not disclosing the fact that you're earning money from it, you're earning commission from it, that's illegal. That's against the law. And here's Mikayla doing it. Big list of affiliate links and codes. I'm like, okay. So we're not going to talk about that? I don't know. It seems like Mikayla is very much the golden girl of TikTok this year and last year. But when you look under the surface, it's like, shady stuff going on here, you know. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. If you look at what Mikayla has been doing, she's been kind of latching on to Jaclyn Hill, right? You know, who does this remind you of? Does it, perchance, remind you of Manny, social climber, MUA? Because Manny MUA, back in the day, back in sort of 2018 and all that, was called out for being a bad friend, for being a social climber. But here you've got Mikayla, who's got this alliance with Jaclyn Hill, you know, an OG beauty guru. And nobody's saying anything about it, about the fact that, you know, Mikayla is always sticking up for Jaclyn, and then Jaclyn is defending Mikayla. Nobody's talking about it. But it's something, like I say, I have been quietly observing because I do watch Mikayla's TikTok. I do like a lot of her content, but I've just been noticing this whole alliance with Jaclyn Hill because of the way that Mikayla talks about Jaclyn and her products. I'm like, okay, Mikayla is clearly a Jaclyn fan, but she's also, you know, on Jaclyn Hill's PR and talking so positively about Jaclyn and about the products. So I was kind of putting two and two together with what I was seeing online from Mikayla, and I was like, this looks a little bit shifty. It really does. It really looks a little bit shifty when you look at it. Because like I said, you know, Manny MUA was called out for doing the same thing. And so was like Gabriel Zamora, Laura Lee, all of them. They were all called out for doing the same thing when they latched onto Jeffree Star to try and, you know, get themselves more popular, get themselves bigger audiences, because that is what happened. You know, they all went on Jeffree's YouTube channel, Nikita Dragon, Gabriel Zamora, Laura Lee, Manny MUA, all of them, right? So, you know, here you've got Mikayla doing the same thing with Jaclyn Hill, trying to use Jaclyn Hill to get herself further along by having this alliance with Jaclyn, and nobody is saying fucking anything. And then the fact that she's not disclosing all of her affiliate links as well, which is actually illegal. If you go and look it up, FTC guidelines state that if you're making money from promoting products, then you're supposed to say so. So she's actually not doing that as well, and that's actually something that's illegal. So Mikayla not, you know, what do you call it, not disclosing her affiliate links is illegal. But yet go to a link tree and she's got all of them up there. No mention of the fact that she's earning money from it. You'd think that Jaclyn Hill might be able to say something about that, being as Jaclyn Hill has been called out time and time and time and time and time again for not disclosing affiliate links or Amazon affiliate links. But then, I don't know, maybe she learned a few tricks from Jaclyn. Maybe Mikayla learned a few of these little tricks from Jaclyn Hill and learned how to, you know, be a bit of a grifter from Jaclyn Hill. I'm sorry to call it what it is, but... And also, we're going to move on and talk about Jaclyn Hill a little bit more. Jaclyn recently posted on her IG a TikTok where she was doing a stitch that was a TikTok of Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly.
I can't believe that I even have to talk about this, but the amount of DMs I'm getting similar to this one right here, like, I'm not kidding, I've probably gotten over 1,000 DMs about this. When I posted the TikTok yesterday, it was all fun and games and people understood the humor, and now all of a sudden today people are pissed. Okay, I just want to say this, it's a joke. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to get into like spirituality, because I am a Jesus lover. I am a believer and I am strong in my faith. This was a joke, you guys. And if they want to use this for, you know, demonic purposes or satanic rituals, that's on them. That is not my journey, but that's on them. But it was a joke. Me and Jordan drink beet juice as a joke, making fun of how ridiculous it is that they're drinking each other's blood. If you can't see that, I mean, don't come for me and my faith. Really hope that you guys understand like where I'm coming from. Like when I first saw that TikTok and we did the stitch to it, I didn't even think of it as like a satanic thing. I just thought this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life, and I just thought it was hilarious. And then after I posted it, someone left a comment on my TikTok being like, this is a satanic thing. It's like a Satan ritual to like welcome the devil. And I was like, oh God, like I was just messing around. Like,
because there was this whole story about how Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly drink each other's blood. It's not a story that I covered because honestly I didn't want to get into that as a whole story. It was a lot, you know, and I thought, no, it was a little bit kind of triggering, so I avoided that as a story. But Jaclyn Hill found a TikTok of Megan Fox talking about, you know, drinking each other's blood, how she and Machine Gun Kelly drink little bits of each other's blood. Jaclyn decided to stitch it and also post it to her IG stories as well as her TikTok. Then, of course, Jaclyn, she's been called out on her IG. People are saying, Jaclyn, you're a Christian, you're a Jesus lover. How can you support this kind of satanic behaviour? Jaclyn responded saying, it's a joke. It's a joke. Get over it. You know, it's a joke. I mean, Jaclyn, drinking blood, pretending to drink blood on your TikTok and Instagram. I'd never do such a thing. How irresponsible of you.